Hey folks, want to make a quick reel here for Desert2GardenLV growing melons in the Zone9a Las Vegas desert. I've been doing this for a while. A lot of people found me on YouTube from growing Madhu Ross melons, an Indian melon from Baker Creek Rare Seeds, on a few years back on YouTube. And this is me still growing melons here. I've been messing with a lot of different things, and I always save the seeds from at least one of them. But I do this open pollinated. I don't care what happens, and melons transpose their traits through seeds, so some of my saved seeds don't always produce exactly what I expect. But I saved a lot of the Madhu Ross, and some of them did get cross-pollinated, and I don't care. I just keep growing them and see what happens. These here are just some Hale's Best that are going right now. That one's cracking a little bit because of the rain, I think. And this one's called Extra Sweet. Has the ribs on it, kind of like a Madhu Ross. And there's another one over here. This is just some other netted cantaloupe melon. I'm not sure what type that one is, but this over here is what I wanted to get to looking at, because over here I specifically planted 3 different Madhu Ross, 2018, 2019, and 2020, just to test the seeds and see if they're still viable and see what happens in this end of this bed here. And there's a Madhu Ross here that's crossed. It's actually like a half and half, which is kind of weird. You see those ribs, that's the Madhu Ross in it, and then this is the cantaloupe side. Anyway, from one of my saved seeds. And down here, I've always wanted to get these Madhu Ross to trellis, but I've never really pulled it off in the main part of the garden. This here is the southeastmost corner of the garden, and it's shaded by the house most of the morning, so things grow a little different in this corner than other places, which is good and bad. You have to make sure you choose the right thing to plant here. But this is, I think, 3 different varieties of the Madhu Ross that I've trellised up just as they grown. I just managed the vines up the way. You have to watch them pretty regularly because they put out these little tendrils, and you need to get them to either grab onto something or, twist them in with something else to make them climb. And also, if they hang free like this, they tend to grab each other, and then they all just fall down hanging off. So I've been doing that, hooking them in, and then using these little clips to put them in. And this here is Noir des Carmes, which I grew must have been 2018 or 2019, and it's different from a regular Noir des Carmes because it has these little patches in it that are from the other seed, which I believe to be Madhu Ross, or possibly, it could have got pollinated with something else. But that's just what I had it marked. So I'm interested to see what's inside that, because Noir des Carmes has a different texture inside and a different color than a regular cantaloupe. So interesting occurrence this year. But the real benefit of melons in the desert is you've got these growing below all your other plants. So your peppers and tomatoes and everything else, the roots get shaded. And I've said that in a few other videos, but if it's 110 degrees outside, that soil picking up the sun can be 140 degrees, and that makes for a bad environment for roots. And melons in general don't go deep roots. 4 to 6 inches is deep. And having melons cover their own roots, which is surely why vines grow around like that, using them to also cover other plants' roots, which aren't going to like 140 degree dirt, is a great way to make your garden thrive. You can see we're in end of July here, and everything's still growing on great. The tomatoes, I got some sort of a disease or something on one of them, and a lot of them lost some leaves and stuff, but they're coming back now. You can see them sticking up above the top there. anyway, this is a melon video. I wanted everybody to check it out and, you know, like and favorite and whatever we do. Instagram Reels, Instagram Story, YouTube. See if we can get some more people into growing melons. Check these little baby Madhu Ras out right here. Thanks for watching the Reels and the YouTubes. Catch you in the next one.